Welcome back, guys. We got that inspection soon, but I'm having issues with the turn signal. The turn signal works perfectly fine for the front. You can tell it's blinking fast and only working in the front and nothing on this rear plate. And I even ran the bike and still nothing on this rear plate like before. Bro, that is awesome. So let's take this seat off, try to figure out those connections, see if I messed up anything. So, started ripping apart the left side of the tail because that's where the connections for the rear are. And while we were doing this, the officer showed up, so time for the inspection right now. Unfortunately, we just failed the inspection because the rear turn signals don't work. Inspector DeVries was here to inspect the bike. Front turn signals worked just fine, but the dash was flashing fast. The license plate bracket in the rear that worked previously when we got the bike was not flashing anymore. Trying to figure out what connections I messed up, because remember, I put connectors in and I soldered a bunch of stuff. So yeah, I failed the inspection, but he said he'll come back when I figure out the turn signal issue. Other than that, he liked the bike. He's got a Harley and he knows bikes are fun. All right, let's go fix this turn signal issue. You're kidding. One of them is unplugged. Let's see if this changes anything, if I can fish out the other side somewhere down there. All right, all three are connected. This is gonna be stupid if this is the issue. This is gonna be so stupid if this works. Get the heck out of here. Oh my goodness. I just failed an inspection because I didn't have a connector plugged in. You gotta be kidding me. I just failed an inspection. Well, glad it was an easy fix. The inspector said to call him back once I figured it out, and wow, that was so easy. Can't believe I didn't figure that out earlier. So let's call him back and hopefully pass this time. Well, let's put those pieces back on the rear and finish up the tail. He came back, we passed inspection, thankfully. Now we're gonna jump to a really fun segment. You guys send me a ton of projects over Instagram of what you guys are working on. Here is a bunch of photos of certain projects. This is my friend Santiago's Ducati that he was recently working on. You guys send me lots of photos on Instagram and I love seeing you guys' projects, so keep them coming. The ZX10R is finally inspected and ready for the road. Now, as you guys know, there was a lot of paperwork to do with this bike because I swapped frames. This frame for the ZX10R is not the original frame. The original frame is right over here with that massive crack right through the center column. Now, in order to get this bike street legal, I had to get a new frame. And a brand new frame with a clean title was around $7,000. But a used frame that was straight but salvaged was around $2,000. So I bought this used salvaged frame with that VIN number. And now the bike is under this VIN number. So the paperwork behind that is I had to get a title with the frame I bought online. Then I had to put that salvage title that I bought online with the frame in my name. And now when I went to get this bike inspected, everything is now correlated to that new salvage frame that I bought online. So essentially this frame that originally came with the ZX10R and that VIN number will never be used again because the frame that the VIN number is on is done. But she's in a good home now. And for the inspection where I live, I need photo receipts of every part I bought. I need pictures of the bike before when it was wrecked, like you see here. And for the bike inspection, I need to make sure that all the certification labels are on the frame. They also need the engine number and the frame number, and they need to marry the two. All right, that's enough of me talking. Let's get some insurance and let's hit the streets. Topped off the rear reservoir and the front reservoir. Those brakes are firm now. There we go, guys. A complete frame swap job done in the books. The whole ZX10 build cost me around $24,000 for the carbon wheels, the tune, and everything else. So no, it doesn't make sense to do this from a financial standpoint. But boy, does she look good. Here are some final photos of the 2021 ZX10R. To God be all the glory for this build. We'll catch you in the next one. See ya. Here's some bonus content for you guys, and I'm gonna try to look in that little camera right there this whole time. This is so weird. So the BMW's amazing, but when it was at the dealer, they removed the Stage 2 tune on the bike. I recently figured that out through my scan tool. Also recently, I found the horn dangling inside the fairing down there, and this headlight bracket is completely disconnected. I don't even know where it goes. I rewatched the footage of me putting this front end together, and I connected them with a bracket. They're not even secure anymore. On this Money Pit bike, I had to buy a $200 reprogramming fee for the flasher. So we're gonna ID the bike right now, get the stock file. Also, I've actually never ridden this thing with the Stage 2 tune before, and this thing was fast without the tune. Here's the key. There's the OBD port. Boom, there we go. Very impressed that BMW uses the OBD port because it's such a great port to use. All cars use this. One of the ways I figured out the bike had lost the Stage 2 tune was the initial startup is so high in the rev range. It's like 4,000 RPMs for like 2 minutes. It's stupid loud. Scan tool connected. Let's get the stock file from the bike. We need to go to work. BMW Motorrad, RR. Bottom one, 19 to 23, mine's a 21. Starting communication, identifying the ECU right now. It's gonna flash identify, ID, that's what we need. Okay, it's gonna ID the bike, get the stock file. Task completed successfully. You can just throw it in the junkyard. We don't need this bike anymore. Unplug it and get that stock file sent over to Chris at Bren Tuning. I'm in the man cave. Let's plug the connector into the... Gotta use the MyGenius client to get the file from the interface. We need to download from MyGenius. Confirm. Procedure was successful. There's our file. Sent the file over to Bren Tuning. Seriously, guys, check them out. They got everything. Now I'll see you guys in about 30 milliseconds. Welcome to my outdoor office. We got the flasher right here. Let's download the file onto this. Download. There we go. We're outside because we're gonna fire that thing up real soon. We want to upload to MyGenius that new file. Verifying the file. Confirm. File loading on the tool. We got the USB running to the tool. One of the major differences with this tune is the bike idles low from initial startup instead of the super high revs like from the factory. Boom. Procedure completed successfully. All right, we're done on the laptop. Let's get this file on the bike. We're gonna start it with the stock tune. See how loud this thing is. Now we're gonna install the flasher and get that file on the bike. This process might take a while. Let's fast forward through it. Cold start. We'll let it warm up and then we'll give it some revs.